Before your next cruise, there are a few things you should know before you ever step on board. Because the mistakes that ruin a cruise usually do not look like big mistakes at first. They look like a cabin that seemed fine, a phone setting you forgot to change, a dinner reservation you plan to make later, or a document you thought would be enough. Most passengers only learn these things after something has already gone wrong. By then, the bill is higher, the room is noisier, the schedule is tighter, or the problem is much harder to fix. The good news is that almost all of it can be avoided with a little preparation. These 12 cruise secrets will help you protect your comfort, avoid surprise costs, travel smarter, and enjoy your vacation with far fewer regrets. Secret number 1. Where you sleep matters more than the deck number. Most first-time cruisers spend a lot of time comparing deck numbers. They look at deck 4, deck 10, ocean views, and prices. Then they often choose the cheapest cabin that seems fine and assume the rest will not matter. But the real question is not only how high your cabin is, it is where your cabin sits on the ship. A room under the pool deck can mean chairs scraping early in the morning. A cabin above a theater, lounge, or kitchen can bring noise late at night. Cabins near laundry rooms, crew doors, or service corridors can pick up movement when you're trying to sleep. Motion matters too. Cabins at the very front or very back of the ship usually feel more movement, especially in rough water. Midship cabins tend to feel steadier because they are closer to the ship's balance point. Lower decks often feel calmer than higher ones. This is especially important if you get seasick, sleep lightly, or want your cabin to feel like a quiet escape. Before you book, take 5 minutes to check the deck plan. Look at what is above your room, what is below it, and what is nearby. That small step can save you from a week of noise, motion, and regret. And if you want more cruise tips that can save you money and stress before your next trip, subscribe now and turn on the bell, so you do not miss the next mistake most passengers learn too late. Secret number 2. The aft is not always the upgrade it looks like. The back of the ship looks amazing in photos. You see the wide wake, the open ocean behind you, and a balcony that feels quieter and more private than the rest of the ship. For many passengers, an aft cabin feels like a special upgrade before they even step on board. But the aft comes with trade-offs. On many ships, the engines and propulsion systems are closer to the rear. That means some passengers notice vibration through the floor or walls, especially when the ship is moving at sea or maneuvering into port. Some people barely feel it. Others find it hard to ignore. Distance is another thing people forget. On a large ship, an aft cabin can be a long walk from the main elevators, the theater, the guest services desk, restaurants, and the gangway. That may not matter on a slow sea day, but on a busy port morning or when you forgot something in your room, it can feel much less convenient. An aft cabin can still be a great choice. If your cruise has many sea days and you care most about the view, privacy, and quiet balcony time, it may be worth it. Just do not choose it only because the photos look beautiful. Choose it because it fits the way you will actually use the ship. Secret number 3. Boarding day can punish a bad carry-on. A bad carry-on can make the first hours of your cruise much harder than they need to be. Many passengers hand over their checked luggage at the terminal and assume they will see it again soon. But on embarkation day, bags go through a separate process. They are scanned, sorted, moved onto the ship, and delivered to cabins later. Sometimes they arrive in the afternoon, sometimes not until early evening. Until then, the only things you have are the things you carried on yourself. That means medication should never go in your checked bag. Travel documents should stay with you. If you want to use the pool before your cabin is ready, pack a swimsuit. If you are sailing somewhere warm, bring sunscreen. A phone charger, valuables, and a simple change of clothes can also make the first day feel much easier. Boarding day is exciting, but it is still a travel day. Terminals can be hot, lines can be long, and cabins are often not ready right away. The passengers who pack their carry-on will start relaxing almost immediately. The passengers who do not may spend the first afternoon uncomfortable, waiting, or wishing they had one important item with them. One smart bag can completely change the tone of embarkation day before the vacation really begins. Secret number 4. Your cabin door may reveal too much. Decorating a cruise cabin door can seem harmless. Many passengers add magnets, banners, names, birthday signs, anniversary messages, or family decorations to make the hallway feel more personal. But on a cruise ship, thousands of people may walk past that door during the week. Most mean no harm, but everyone can still read what you choose to display. A sign with names, a family title, a celebration, or a group message can reveal more than you realize. It can show who is staying there, how many people are in the cabin, why you are traveling, and sometimes whether the room is likely to be empty. That is more information than most people would ever place on a hotel room door. This does not mean you need to worry about every decoration. The point is to keep it simple. A small magnet or simple marker can help you find your cabin without telling strangers personal details about your trip. Big personalized displays may look fun in photos, but they also share information with everyone passing by. So before you decorate, ask yourself what the door is saying when you are not there. Secret number 5. The medical center bill can ruin the trip. Getting sick on a cruise is stressful enough. Getting the bill can be even worse. The medical center on a ship is not the same as walking into a normal clinic at home. It operates as a private medical facility, and the charges can be much higher than many passengers expect. A simple visit can cost hundreds of dollars. Tests, medication, treatment, or an overnight stay can raise the amount quickly. Most travelers never think about this before sailing. The medical center is mentioned during safety information, but the prices are not something people usually study when they book a vacation. So the first real surprise often comes when the charge appears on the onboard account. Medication can also cost more at sea than it would at a pharmacy on land. Even a small problem can feel expensive when every step is charged separately. This is why travel insurance matters. A good policy with medical coverage can protect you if you need treatment during the cruise. Emergency evacuation coverage is especially important because getting a seriously ill passenger from the ship to a hospital can cost thousands, and in some cases, much more. The secret is not that people get sick on ships. That can happen anywhere. The real secret is that medical care at sea works by different rules than most passengers expect. Think about it before departure, not when you are already sitting in the ship's medical center. Secret number 6. The best dinner reservations may be gone before you board. The table you want on the best night of your cruise may already be taken before you ever walk onto the ship. Most modern cruise ships have specialty restaurants alongside the main dining room and buffet. These places often feel more intimate, offer different menus, and turn one evening into something more memorable. But they also have limited space. Reservations for popular venues can open weeks or even months before departure. Passengers who know this book from home. They choose the best nights, the best times, and sometimes even get a better price by planning early. First-time cruisers often discover these restaurants on boarding day. They walk past a menu, decide it looks perfect, and ask for a table later in the week. By then, the most popular times may already be gone. What is left might be very early, very late, or on a port day when everyone is tired. The fix is simple. Before your cruise, log into the cruise line website or app. Look at the restaurants on your ship. Check the prices, compare the menus, and reserve the nights that actually matter to you. A great dinner at sea should feel relaxed, not like something you had to fight for after boarding. If you are finding this helpful so far, please give the video a like. It really helps the channel, and it is always appreciated. Secret number 7. The cruise fare is only the starting point. A cruise fare can look simple when you book it. One price, one cabin, one vacation. But that number is rarely the full cost of the trip. Gratuities are one of the most common surprises. On many major cruise lines, daily service charges are added per person per day. On a 7-night cruise, that can become a serious extra amount before you have bought anything else. Then come the other costs. Wi-Fi, drink packages, specialty dining, shore excursions, spa treatments, photos, casino spending, and onboard shopping can all sit on top of the fare. None of these things are always hidden, but they are easy to underestimate. The problem is that spending on a ship does not feel like normal spending. You are not handing over cash each time. You tap a card, give a cabin number, or charge it to your onboard account. Each purchase feels small in the moment. The final bill may not. The passengers who handle this best are not the ones who refuse to spend anything. They are the ones who decide early what is actually worth it. Before you sail, make a simple budget for extras. Choose the things that will improve your vacation, and skip the things you only want because they are available. Secret number 8. Port days are easy to overplan and overspend. Every port day comes with pressure. The ship arrives, the clock starts, and suddenly it feels like you have to see everything before all aboard time. That feeling can make passengers spend more than they planned. A tour here, a taxi there, a packed schedule, and before long the day feels less like exploring and more like racing. Some excursions are absolutely worth it. If a place is far from the port, difficult to reach alone, or easier with organized transport, a planned tour can be the smartest choice. But not every port needs to be treated like a checklist. Some of the best cruise memories come from simple days: walking out of the terminal, finding a beach, sitting down for a local lunch, exploring a market, taking your time instead of following a group from stop to stop. The mistake is thinking that more activity automatically means a better day. Sometimes it just means more stress, more spending, and less time to actually enjoy where you are. Choose 1 or 2 ports where an excursion truly matters. For the others, leave room for a slower day. You do not have to spend more to remember more. Secret number 9. One phone setting can prevent a huge bill. Maritime roaming is one of the easiest cruise costs to create by accident. When your ship leaves the dock, your phone is no longer using your normal network in the usual way. At sea, it may connect to the ship's maritime network. In port, it may briefly connect to a foreign tower. Either one can be much more expensive than passengers expect. The worst part is that you may not notice it happening. You do not have to make a long phone call to get charged. Apps can refresh in the background. Email can update. Photos can sync. Location services can check where you are. Software updates can start quietly while your phone is sitting in your bag. By the time the bill appears, the cruise is already over. The simple fix is airplane mode. Turn it on before the ship leaves the dock and keep it on during the sailing. If you buy the ship's Wi-Fi, you can still connect to Wi-Fi while airplane mode is on. Messages and calls through apps can still work when you are connected. This one setting takes only a few seconds, but it can save you from one of the most frustrating bills after a cruise. Secret number 10. The ship leaves on time whether you are on board or not. Every year, passengers miss their cruise ship in port. They stand on the dock, watch the ship pull away, and realize the schedule did not wait for them. Every port has an all-aboard time, and that time matters. The ship has to follow port rules, tides, fuel plans, and the arrival window for the next destination. Once the gangway is pulled in, the decision is usually final. This is where the difference between cruise line excursions and independent plans becomes important. If you are on an excursion sold by the cruise line and that tour runs late, the ship will usually wait or help arrange the next step. The delay is connected to their own tour. But if you book a private tour, hire a local driver, or explore on your own, the risk belongs to you. One traffic jam, one late taxi, one slow tender, or one wrong turn can be enough. Missing the ship is not just embarrassing. It can mean paying for hotels, flights, transport to the next port, and possibly dealing with documents or visas in a foreign country. The best protection is a buffer. If you plan something independently, aim to be back near the ship at least 90 minutes before all aboard time. If the schedule is tight, the ship's excursion may be worth the extra cost. Secret number 11. A passport card or birth certificate may not be enough at sea. Some passengers are surprised to learn that certain closed-loop cruises can be taken without a full passport. If a cruise leaves from the same United States port where it returns, some travelers may be allowed to board with a birth certificate and a government-issued photo ID. For a normal trip, that may work. If everything goes exactly as planned, the ship leaves, visits the ports, returns home, and nobody thinks about the documents again. The problem is that cruises do not always go exactly as planned. If you get seriously sick and need to be taken off the ship in a foreign country, you may need to fly home. If you miss the ship in port, you may need to fly to the next destination or return home from another country. In those situations, a birth certificate or passport card may not be enough. Getting emergency documents abroad can be possible, but it is not simple. It can mean dealing with a consulate, extra travel, delays, stress, and unexpected costs at the worst possible moment. A full passport gives you far more flexibility if something goes wrong. It does not mean you expect a problem, it simply means you are prepared for one. The minimum document may be enough for the best-case scenario. A passport is for the scenario you hope never happens. Secret number 12, the trip is won before sail away. Everything in this video points to one simple truth. The best cruise does not begin when the ship leaves the dock. It begins long before that. It begins when you choose a cabin that will actually let you sleep. When you pack a carry-on that gets you through the first day. When you check your dining reservations before everyone else asks for the same table. It begins when you set a budget before the ship makes spending feel easy. When you turn on airplane mode before your phone connects to the wrong network. When you bring the passport that gives you options if something goes wrong. None of this sounds as exciting as booking a balcony, buying a drink package, or planning a beautiful shore excursion. But these are the choices that protect the trip. Most cruise regrets are not caused by one dramatic mistake. They come from small decisions that were delayed, skipped, or left to chance. The calmest passengers on board are usually not the ones who spent the most. They are the ones who already handled the details before they arrived. That is the real upgrade. Not more spending, but more confidence. A better cruise is usually not about spending more money. It is about knowing the small things before they become big problems. Choose your cabin carefully. Pack your carry-on like your first day depends on it. Check your reservations, protect your phone bill, understand the real costs, and bring the right documents. When you prepare before you board, the whole trip feels calmer, easier, and more enjoyable. If this helped you, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you do not miss the next cruise tips before your next vacation. Thanks for watching, and before you plan your next trip, make sure to watch the next video on your screen, because it could help you avoid another mistake most travelers only discover too late.